Hi guys, I know it's been a few years. It's now 2018, November 1st as I'm filming this, right? Yeah, November 1st. A lot has changed since my last video. I still live in the same house, of course, but I've had a lot happen. Yes, I did gain some weight. That was from an antidepressant they had me on when I was still going through that stuff right after I had the depot shot, which caused me to kind of go crazy and end up at the Jenny Edmonds Center in Omaha, Nebraska. I stayed there for about a week, got on some meds. The medicine caused me to gain some weight, but I'm off of it now because I don't need it anymore, but it caused me to gain some weight, like 70 pounds, and it's really hard to get rid of. My car Spyro, that Thanksgiving of 2017, I completely totaled it. Something jumped out in front of me. I don't know what it was, but it was black, so I'm thinking maybe like a baby cow or something on a gravel road. Long story. That's a story for another day. And I flipped the car 3 or 4 times. I was wearing my seatbelt. I had everything. The boys were over at my mom's house with their daddy, even the car seat, but it was just me. Excuse me. I managed to get away with maybe 2 scrapes, a broken pair of sunglasses, and some scratches. My hair's grown out, but I've cut it like once or twice since the last time you've seen it as well. I also had a baby. If you're in Shan, you probably already know this. I had him September 24th of 2017 via emergency C-section at 1:33 in the morning. I also lost 2 pints of blood during that because we both almost died. I've got an eyebrow ring. I took out my cartilage piercing. My gauges are done. They're size 00. Let's see. Bella was stolen from us. My white cat, my therapy animal. She was stolen by the neighbors across our street. I can't think of their names right now, but I'm not going to say it out loud anyway to protect them, guys. I know they probably don't deserve it, but that's just the kind of person I am. She was taken in December of 2016, and I just got her back in August. No, she was taken December 2017, I'm sorry, and I just got her back in August of 2017. They did not give her back until we got the police involved, and they admitted that they took her, and before I got called the police, I confronted her and asked her what she was doing, thinking like, you just stole my therapy animal, what are you doing? And she's like, you can't just put a collar on a cat and pretend you own it. That's serious. She said that. Right to my face. I told her, I'm like, I'm going to call the police. I broke down when I got inside, like just hysterical, manic breakdown. And Kellen ended up calling the police for me. My mom had to come back over so she could watch my son. And the one officer on the entire force that's allergic to felines, actually picked her up and brought her back home. My dad is going to be moving in December. He's getting up there in years, but he wants to be closer to family, so he's going to stay here for maybe like a few months until he gets his own apartment. Let's see. My cats are no longer about to go outside, so my mom helped me build what's called like a catio. It's a porch that's screened in, and it's a space for the cats, because this is Sarabi, if you guys remember when she was a kitten. She likes to go outside, but she's too small to get fixed, so she has to stay on the catio. Yes, that's a phone. Nope, nothing. I also got 2 new cars. Well, yeah, actually, I did get 2 new cars. Right after I wrecked Spyro, after I came out of Jenny Ed, we got a 2006 Chevy Silverado extended cab, the one with 4 doors. And I traded in our minivan and got a 98 Dodge Stratus from my mom. Brendan is in preschool. He's about 7 now. Corey turned 1 on 2018, September 24th. Yeah, that's his name. I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but it's Corey Christopher Rogers. For those of you that like classic rock, you know exactly what his initials spell. I rearranged my room. Kellen is on a CPAP now because we discovered the reason he kept wrecking the vans and whatnot is because he had sleep apnea. So we got that taken care of. It's right there. He uses it. Hi. He uses it every night. Let's see. Anything else? What? I'm trying to think. There's other stuff. We got cable too. I managed to break my ceiling fan by playing on our VR system. We have virtual reality on our gaming computer. I don't know. It was during college when I got the gaming computer for Kellen, so that way we could play video games together. He got me a laptop because we also have a new kitten. Well, we did. He's a cat now. His name is Morpheus. My ex... Ow, claws. My ex-roommate brought him, you know, because he wanted to keep him, but Morpheus ended up getting sick with worms. I'm sorry, I had to readjust. Morpheus ended up getting sick with some worms and a parasite. I think it was a parasite. And I could not let him travel because where he's living at now, where he was moving back to, he had a 4-year-old and a baby in the house. And I was not gonna let them get sick. He also had a litter of newborn kittens. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'd feel bad. And he's just like, you know what? Why don't you just keep him? He's already comfortable being here. He's already made friends with all the other ones. I'm like, okay, cool. That works. We no longer own the donut stop. Randy retired, Kellen's dad, and he decided to sell it to new owners. They were the Thorntons, I believe, or something like that. So he trained them on how to make donuts. That way they could keep the business going. I have gotten 2 new tattoos. This one, I got Kellen and I's wedding date tattooed underneath it. He has the exact match. And there's Sharpie written on it because I was bored earlier tonight. But I also got this little kitty tattoo while Bella was missing because I didn't know whether or not I would get her back. I was so upset to find out she was across the street for almost a year. I have a cat trying to get in. Okay. I think it's Butters. I was diagnosed with... Yeah, this is an important part of why I haven't been vlogging lately. I'm surprised I didn't mention this sooner. When I was at Jenny Ed, after some suicidal tendencies... Hi, Morph! Bye, Morph. Sorry, I have ADHD too. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. There is another YouTuber. Her YouTube name is Elko. I can't remember her name right now. I think it's Ellie or something like that, but she has a video called I Am a Phoenix Rising from the Ashes, where she goes into more detail about borderline personality disorder. But from how I can put it simple now, I'm kind of rocking back and forth. It's part of it. I feel broken apart, like I don't feel put together, and my emotions are, how do I put this? My emotions are a bouncy ball stuck in a washing machine. That's probably the best way to put it. And I was also diagnosed with, well, the major depression we knew, but I was also diagnosed with anxiety, like generalized anxiety, schizophrenia, ADHD, and I was also depressive and had the borderline personality disorder. And I might also be bipolar too, but I'm not sure about that one. I didn't ask. So I'm put on 3 or 4 different types of meds. The one I was put on for my schizophrenia and right after I got the depot shot was risperidone, which is also, like I said, what caused me to gain this weight and have some hormonal issues. Like, I never broke out this bad ever until I took the depot shot, and it gets worse most days. I'm taking fluoxetine, and I'm also taking Ritalin for my ADHD. Oh no, look at my little tuft. Yeah, whatever. So, in Protonics, I forgot to mention I was getting my stomach issues fixed, and they did a scope to find out I produced 3 times the amount of acid as a normal person. Sorry, I thought I heard my son. So they could put me on Protonics, which is supposed to help with that heartburn. My thyroid, there for a little while, was having some issues. I had hypothyroidism. They put me on levothyroxine, which, which of course is a synthetic thyroid hormone. And I just recently got off that. My thyroid checked out fine. Corey, when he was born, he was a preemie. He was born at 38 weeks, so he wasn't technically full term yet. I was starting to develop signs of preeclampsia, and my placenta was starting to calcify. The cord was also wrapped around his neck. And the placenta was starting to detach too early. I was only 1 centimeter dilated when they gave me the epidural, so I could, stop feeling all of the contractions and the placenta just tearing away. I know this is probably TMI, a little graphic, I'm sorry, but I feel like you guys should know what has happened in the last, 2 years? Because I have asthma now, too. It's gotten worse since I gained weight. I have been on an up and down emotional roller coaster since that last video I posted. My emotions are like, and I gotta praise Kellen. He is a savior, because if it wasn't for him, I'd probably have gone back to Jenny Ed by now. I stayed a week and a half up in Omaha with Corey when he was in the incubator. He was a tiny, tiny baby. He was born at 5 pounds, 1 inch, and he was 16 inches long. Which my family is known for small babies. That's not the issue. The issue is that he was losing oxygen while he was being born, and I was, oh my gosh. During the C-section itself, the epidural started to wear off too early, and they told me this, I couldn't feel it, but I'm like, I can feel it, I feel it. I feel you guys cutting into me. I feel you pulling the baby out. It's not just pressure. Let me tell you, that is the worst pain I have ever had in my life, and it was the most traumatic experience that I have ever done. If everyone ever tells you that a C-section is the easy way out, I don't give a flying, fuck what they think. Because having a C-section hurts so bad. If you ever had, a stomach ache or whatever, or a sharp pain near your stomach when you eat too much or when you're ready to regurgitate, times that by 5. Oh my gosh. The next day, I was supposed to get up and start walking around a little bit. I did not want to. I laid in bed that entire day with this long scar right across the bottom of my belly. It was red, it was bruised. They glued it together so I wouldn't have stitch marks, but it was so sensitive, and I forgot that I had the surgery because they gave me my pain medication, which was something. I don't remember what it was. And I sneezed. Oh, Lord. If you have asthma and you start sneezing and sneezing and sneezing, you know what the pain in your chest feels like? That was all over my torso. Kellen got a new job at the Clarinda Academy here in Clarinda, Iowa. He drives our truck to work. It takes him about 20 minutes to get there. I keep the car at night because that's where we have Corey's car seat. And it's just better for me too anyway, because he's way too tall to actually drive it. I got a few new cameras. I'm filming this on my phone right now because they're in charging, but I got a Sony CyberShot and a Canon something. I can't think of the name right now. No, yeah, it was Canon. Yeah, it was Canon. I got that professional one. I'm selling photos online. It's on my Facebook profile. It's also on my page called Creative Kara if you want to buy anything. I am a freelance amateur artographer now. Artographer. Freelance internet artist photographer that is amateur. I don't take professional quality photos, but I've already been commissioned to do a family's photos. First time will be free, however, after that I will have to charge you. And if it takes off, then I'm probably going to end up starting my own business. You know, my own photography studio and whatnot. I don't want to take any credit away from some of the other photographers in town because I'm obviously an amateur. They're professional. They've been doing it for quite a while. I got my maternity pictures and my wedding were both taken and done at my grandfather's farm. My grandfather he's doing all right after the passing of my grandmother. I mean, he's kind of lonely sometimes, but last Halloween, yesterday for me, I don't know when you guys are going to watch this, but it was yesterday for me, we took Corey down to Burlington Junction to go see the people that donated a bunch of stuff for me that I needed for Corey, because I made them that promise, you know, but I couldn't take him down that last Halloween because he was like 8 pounds and I didn't want to overstress him. But we took Grandpa out down there to the church. We got a few friends I actually knew, some church people, me, my grandpa, Corey, and we had a great time. He didn't actually go trick-or-treating because, let's face it, I'd eat all the candy and I'm trying to lose that. So I decided, yeah, I'm not going to take him trick-or-treating. Instead, however, we stayed there, we hung out, we made new friends, we really liked OG. He was awesome. Corey absolutely loved him. And Corey is the kind of baby that is very chill. He does not put anything whatsoever in his mouth except his binky and food. But he will not feed himself. He'll grab your hand and bring it to his mouth. Or he'll go like a little bird or something to pick up his food. He's also crawling everywhere. But he's not walking yet, and he's about 13 months old right now. No, 13. Yeah, 13 months old right now as I'm making this video. He absolutely loves his big brother, Brendan. And if you go on my Facebook page or my Instagram page, which is deserted-dreamer, you will, the bottom line dash, underline, underscore, so I can't think of it. I'll put it in the description. But he's gotten big from where he was. He's got my piercing blue eyes. They're red right now because it's like midnight as I'm filming this or something. And he is smart. Like, if he can't get up onto something, like by crawling, he will push something up to it and try to climb over it that way. He absolutely loves the kitties, especially Butters, but he gets a little too rough sometimes. And his favorite movie is Moana. He loves Moana and Paw Patrol, but mostly Moana. He could be in the middle of a temper tantrum, and we got a new Google system. It's Google Home. But I could say, hey, Google, play Moana on the Family Room TV on Netflix, and it'll start it as he's throwing his temper tantrum, and he just stops and stares at that TV. I don't know if it's because he wants to be like Maui, or he thinks Moana's hot. I mean, I don't know. He has a thing for blondes, because the first person that actually took care of him in the E-Cube was blonde, and he remembers that. I can't think of her name right now. I think it was Morgan. Yeah, I think it was Morgan. I have a record somewhere, but he absolutely loves blondes, and he loves his grandmothers. My goodness, does he love his grandmothers. Anyway, that's what's been going on the last 2 years. I know this is like a 20-minute long video, but I have been going through a lot. So I don't know when I'll post the next update. I may post it in like a year now, or I may post it next month. I don't know what's going to happen. There's too many unknowns on the table right now because of some of our financial things. We have to deal with Amber and Brendan and insurance, stuff like that. And I just dropped like $130 on a vet bill for both Bella and Morpheus because they got sick due to the flea problem, or due to the other neighbors. Yeah, that's it. thank you guys for helping support me with my previous videos. I'm sorry they're so sporadic, but at this point in time, I don't know what to do. I will see you guys whenever I post my next video. Thank you for listening to me rant and ramble about my life and what's going on in it. And I hope you guys have a very good day. And if you're watching this in November, have a very happy Thanksgiving. But also take some time to remember those. This is important to me especially, but remember those that can't be there this Thanksgiving. And I guess pray for them or wish them good luck, whatever you prefer. I don't care either way. So have a happy holidays, have a good life, and thank you for listening to me ramble for 20 minutes.